What's up YouTube? Mike here from Techno GI, and I wanted to do another episode of Around the Web. It's been a little while since I've done one of these because of course I was in the field for training, and some of the info I've got is a little old because again I've been out of the loop for about 2 or 3 weeks. But as I was reading my news feed, Flipboard, and the other geeky stuff I like to read, these are some that jumped out at me. Only 4, so this will be a short episode, so let's get rolling. So the first thing I want to talk about is the rumored Surface Pro 4. I did a Surface Pro 4 rumor roundup video, which I can throw in the description below. But since that video, there's actually been more updates. First, the rumor was that, hey, this thing wasn't going to be released until possibly 2016. So there was a lot of sources saying that production was delayed, yada, 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 that Microsoft wasn't going to get this thing out the door. But the latest rumors are now pointing toward a October of this year, so October 2015 release date with this. And of course, this will come with Windows 10, but the biggest rumor is that it's going to be Skylake powered. So industry sources in Taiwan say that supply chain manufacturers will start mass shipments of the Surface Pro 4 components in September, and then with a view to the product being launched in October. And this is according to a DigiTimes report that is the source. They report that the new Surface tablet will feature essentially the same form factor. It's going to launch with Windows 10, and it will come with the new Skylake processor. So what the heck is Skylake? I looked it up just so I was a little smart on it, and this is not to be confused with Skynet, so it has not become self-aware. But anyway, this is essentially the next gen of Broadwell. I mean, it's not Broadwell, but it's the next generation of chip, Intel chip, and it's going to have an improved CPU, GPU performance, and it's supposed to be consume less power. So it's supposed to be more efficient, basically smaller, faster, and more energy efficient, so you get longer battery life. And this is supposed to come in 4 variants, and this is the article I read, it said it's going to retire the VGA support. However, you will be able to support up to 5 monitors via HDMI and other cables. But supposedly they're taking VGA out of it, but you'll be able to run 5 monitors, which is pretty cool, which I don't know why you would want to run 5. I mean, I run 2 externals for my Surface 3, so that gives me 3 total. And even that sometimes is a little extreme. I mean, 2 is really kind of the optimum. But anyway, if you want to run 5, you'll be able to with this new chip. So all in all, it just sounds like it's going to be a pretty freaking cool chip, pretty high tech. And the biggest complaint, and really the only complaint I had with the Surface Pro 3, was the throttling issue. Really, the chip in it was not the greatest. It would overheat, fan would kick on, and performance would suck. I mean, you could get away with it with a little $5 fan, which I did a video on, which kept it from throttling. But really, you shouldn't have to do that. It's kind of lame. But with the new Skylake chip, supposedly you will not have to do that. So it'll definitely be a great improvement. So I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully it does come out in October. So the next thing that jumped out at me, and this is according to Business Insider, again going with Microsoft, it says Microsoft's new web browser is up to 112% faster than Google Chrome. And they're talking about the new Microsoft Edge web browser, which is of course going to come preloaded with Windows 10. Initially when it came out, it was called Spartan, or Project Spartan, but the official name is the Microsoft Edge browser. But apparently they did some tests, and it's essentially right now, of course, Google Chrome is probably the most popular web browser in the world. But this was in a Windows blog post on Wednesday. Gabe All, who's Microsoft's head of Windows Insider program, he announced a new set of benchmarks for Microsoft Edge. And apparently they used 3 different ones. They used ones that were actually created from Google and Apple, ironically enough. But Edge was tested using Google's Octane, Apple's Jetstream, and WebKit SunSpider. And the last one is actually, like I said, a benchmark that's actually created by Apple itself. But the team, let's see, yeah, according to the benchmark results, basically the Edge was 112% faster than Google Chrome when they used SunSpider, 11% faster on Google Octane, and 37% faster on Apple Jetstream. So all in all, it basically smoked Google Chrome. So my question to you guys is, I mean, is the extra speed worth it? Are you guys willing to switch from Google Chrome to Microsoft Edge? Me personally, I mean, I'm going to give it a shot. I am a fan of Google Chrome, but if this is better, then obviously I'm going to go with that. But I'm not such a fanboy where I won't use something else if it's better. So if Chrome is still better and works better for me, then I'll continue to use Chrome. But anyway, time will tell. Here in about a week and a half, we'll have Windows 10 and we'll be able to test it out. So next is, again, dealing with Microsoft. And this one is, if you are an Android user, by the end of this month, you're actually going to be able to get Cortana on your phone. So I guess there were some early versions that leaked and are actually out there in the wild right now. People have been testing it on Android devices, but if you are a Cortana fan then and an Android user, you'll actually be able to get it on your Android phone. I've been using a Microsoft Lumia. I've been using a Windows phone for the past month now, and I got to say I'm actually pretty impressed with Cortana. I used it a lot more than I thought I would, so I mean, if you're an Android user, it's at least worth checking it out because it'll be free. So something to look for by the end of the month. And finally, last but not least, I know this was about 2 weeks old, but I kind of wanted to share my commentary on it. But this is dealing with Pewdiepie and his earnings. Of course, it was reported last year that he made over $7 million. And of course, this brought out all the haters that are saying, hey, you know, all this guy does is play video games and scream. You know, he doesn't deserve this money. You know, it's not fair. And I'm not necessarily a fan of this guy. I honestly never watched a single one of his videos until I read this article. So out of curiosity, I went and watched one. And pretty much he just does scream and play games. But essentially, I watched his response video, which was actually pretty cool. And he essentially said, hey, life's not fair. So, I mean, essentially suck it up. But I mean, me personally, there's a lot of work that goes into making these videos that I didn't realize until I started making myself. And PewDiePie himself single-handedly accounts for something, I saw the statistic, something crazy, like over 25% of all views on YouTube were from his channel. So, I mean, I think he definitely deserves it. Kudos to him. I thought his response was very, very good. He was actually pretty humbled. And he's one of the guys where it's definitely not about the money. I mean, he went on to say that, yes, money's good, I like money, but that's not why I do this. And when he started his channel, he was actually like running a little hot dog stand and basically trying to work his way through college. So I say kudos to him. Good job on his part. And for all the haters, you know, people are going to hate regardless, but I mean, such is life. But anyway, I was impressed with his response. I'm still not going to watch any of his videos just because it's not my thing, but more power to him. So with that, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Again, always give me a thumbs up and feel free to subscribe if you haven't done so. Thanks.